So I'm going to go ahead and select I'd like to get LastPass free. And it's going to ask me for my email information as well as a master password. Master password. Sounds really authoritative, doesn't it? It is. It's the most important password you can create. And they're going to make sure, or I want to make sure, that you create one that is super strong. Now, you'll notice here as they start to type in a password, it's showing me that it needs to be at least 12 characters long. Do me a favor, go beyond the 12 characters. Get to at least 16 characters. They want you to include at least one number, as well as one lowercase, one uppercase, and don't use your email address as your password. See, we guessed that one too, didn't we? And look, they even give us a suggestion. This is kind of along the same aspect that I'll talk to you a little bit later on, that is use random real words together. So you notice I've got a password that's really strong, meets all the prerequisites, and they want me to confirm that down here. If you've spelt the password correctly a second time, you'll get that green box around it, which is really quite helpful. And then it says, hey, if you want, you can set a reminder. Do yourself a favor. Don't put my pet's name, because that's something that somebody can easily guess, especially attackers. Maybe, if you did base it off of a name of a pet, or you did a variation of those things, you can type in something that's a little more non-specific, like cool animal. And that's going to remind me maybe it was a pet. But again, don't actually do your pet's name as your password. Give it you're going to have to meet those requirements, remember? So make sure you come up with something good. I'm going to go ahead and select to sign up for free. It creates my account for me and says, okay, do you want to install your browser extension? And you're going to want to select that's what I want to do. LastPass is pretty smart. It's going to actually detect that I'm using Chrome, and so it takes me right to the extension store for Google Chrome, and I can just simply select I'd like to add this to Chrome. I'm going to go ahead and add the extension. It tells me here that the extension has been added. You can see it's gray. You want to see red. Gray means that you haven't logged in yet. In fact, it tells you right here that you're going to click the LastPass browser button to create your account or to log in. So I'm going to get rid of this X, and I'm going to just click on that red box, and I'm going to type in my email address that I did previously, which was dale@daledumbsitdown.com, and then that master password that I created. You can select to remember the email, so it autofills that in. You could select to remember the password, the master password. The problem here is that if somebody gets a hold of this particular system, they're going to be able to very easily log in. Now, what's also cool, though, is that every 30 days, LastPass is going to make you go through an authentication mechanism to make sure that it's still you, regardless if you select this or not. So, in the matter of fact, they give you a warning here. It makes it easier for someone. But I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. In fact, if your laptop got stolen, the very first thing that I would do is, from my mobile device, go in and change my master password. I'm going to go ahead and hit login. And you'll now notice up here that my little icon is red, which means we're good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and just ignore this and close it down. The issue here is that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's easier just to go to your page or your website that requires you to log in. So as an example, I'm just going to go to a web page that I can create an account on. And let's just go to, let's go to Walmart. How's that sound? We're going to pretend like I don't have an account here at Walmart. So I'm going to come up here and hit the account button, and I'm going to create an account. So you'll notice here I've filled in my personal information, including my email address. And it says here, hey, I need to do a password, create a password. Notice the little box here. It looks just like my red box up here, except for it's gray. I'm going to go ahead and right click on it and select LastPass, and we're going to generate a secure password. It says, okay, how many characters do you want it to be? You notice it opened up a different tab, and that's okay. I'm going to increase this. I'm going to get crazy. I'm getting crazy. I'm going to 20. I'm going to use all the characters, upper, lower, numbers, and special symbols. And look, there's the password. Hey, if I don't like that, I can actually say, you know what, let's create a different one. No, I don't like that one either. Oh, I don't like that one. Oh, you know what, that one looks kind of cool. I really don't have to know what it is. You can select the copy button option here, or you can come down and select copy. Now, here's a fair warning for you. Some websites will tell you that they don't accept symbols. And so you can just simply deselect the symbols option. You'll notice the symbols have disappeared. If I select it again, you'll notice that it's generated a new one with some symbols. I'm going to go ahead and copy the password, and then I can just simply come here and select paste. Look, it typed it in for me. I'm not going to stay signed in. This is another security issue for you. We can get into this in another video, but just when you see keep me signed in, don't do that, okay? I'm going to get rid of that too, and I'm going to go ahead and select to create an account. Oh, look at that. It gave me a warning. I can only go up to 12. Walmart, shame on you. It can only go up to 12 characters. Wow, I am disappointed in that. Let's go ahead and generate a password again. And I guess we got to lower that down to 12 characters. That is not good. I might have to have some words with Walmart. So I can come in here. I'm going to just, again, paste that password. Again, I don't care if you see this because I'll show you how easy it is to change here. I'm going to go ahead and select to create the account. So as soon as I hit logged in, you'll notice here it says, hey, do you want to add this to LastPass? Yeah, I would like to add it to LastPass. It adds it to my vault, which is where we store. It communicates from your machine to LastPass, and it's encrypted. It's like huge encryption, so the attackers can't intercept the message. I'm going to go ahead and show you the vault itself. I'm going to just click on my red icon here. So you'll see here that it's got my current or the Walmart username and password here listed. Now, just a side note here, it does say dalemeredith@gmail.com, and that's because my Dale Dumbs It Down account for Gmail is actually linked to my personal account. But that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and open up my vault and check this out. So if I come down here to my passwords, you'll notice under shopping, it detected it was a shopping website. Is that awesome? Look, there's a card that represents my particular username and password. In fact, if I want, I can hit the edit button and it shows me again that it's for Walmart. Here's a name. It's shopping. Here's the password. What was the password? Hey, it's right there. Now there's some advanced settings where you can say auto login. I don't necessarily like to do that because again, if somebody has my system, they could automatically log into my Walmart and buy a lot of groceries, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save because I could change that up if I wanted to. So again, that is my password. Hey, thanks for watching, and yeah, this is the part where I ask you to do what everybody else does. Hit the subscribe notification button. Helps support this channel.